something about seeing some heavy equipment going down the road that just gets you going, makes you want to go, you know, do stuff. Dad's gonna get this thing unloaded and we're gonna park it in this field and then we're gonna take the truck back home. Is he gonna get it the first try? Maybe. Yep. All right, take off, Dad. Dad's first class taxi service brought me within 100 yards of the 9RX over here. So we're gonna get that, and I'm gonna go fuel it up, and then I'm gonna start working some dirt. Now we're doing some cool farming. Yeah, this pivot, you know, laying along the edge of the water is the reason we call this field the pivot field. It's because this pivot used to be out in the middle of the field. That's farmer logic for you. That's not gonna work because the pivot is in too many pieces, unfortunately. We were hoping it would just go grab onto it and drag it up to the road, but that's not gonna work. Back to my chariot I go. The sun finally came out. It warmed up about 10 degrees immediately, but it's just a beautiful, beautiful evening. Flags waving. I'm a proud American. I'm running the disc blades down again, and this soil is a little bit different from what we were in the last video. This is a lighter kind of dirt. It's not so heavy and gumbo-y. It has a little bit more sand in it, and it dries out a little bit faster. Granted, it's also closer to the river. Actually, Mississippi River is right there. And that means that sometimes the water table comes up and spots drown out, like right here. I'm gonna take a brief hiatus here from the tractor. We're going home because Mom made brats for supper, and I like, they're pretty good, you know? So I'm gonna eat up, and then I will come back down here and finish, because don't be working on an empty stomach. That's never good. My good cousin Will also just texted me. They got a new combine. It's a New Holland, and I'm kind of curious to see what they look like. So we're gonna stop by the New Holland dealer real quick and take a look. Dang. He says it's been quite a while since they've had a new combine and a new corn head. They're just tired of things breaking, so they just said enough with that. So now they have a Class 8 New Holland combine. I've had my doubts about New Holland equipment in the past, but I think they really are actually pretty decent. Okay, this is kind of nice. Got foot peg. That's a little close right there, but and don't know how I feel about a lot of switches over here, but I mean, this is a lot better than that combine over there, which I think is what they had. Don't like the key being over here, though. I'd rather have that, you know, right here, like on a John Deere. Fold up hopper, kind of nice. Plenty of storage, too. Well, that only took like an hour, so now we're gonna head back to the field. Dad also broke another shear bolt on his disc ripper, so we're gonna fix that real quick. These disc blades just let this chisel plow go through standing weeds and stuff like that, like they're not even there. It's 8:40 right now, and I'm not really sure how much longer I'm gonna run. Allegedly, there's gonna be snow tomorrow afternoon, and Dad thinks it would be a good idea if I quit at like, I don't know, 10:30, 11, went home, got a good night's rest, and came back tomorrow morning, okay, you following me here? And actually got a start on the day at like 7 o'clock, or some ungodly hour like that, and then finish the rest of this 170-acre field before the snow hits, and then do some other things down here. And honestly, that actually sounds like a good idea. So this is how much I have left in the field. We just started farming this ground here like 2 years ago, and it's kind of rough out here because we were farming it, okay, I'll show you on the map. So we are farming it all one direction, like up and down, north, south. The folks that were farming it before, the people that own it, they cut it in half, like right here across the, like this top part, and they farmed this part east-west, and these rows up here are really, really rough. So I'm chisel plowing the whole thing to help them smooth it out. If you're ever thirsty, you just put your hand down here, open up the mini fridge, get out your beverage of choice. Mine happens to be Mountain Dew. And enjoy. If you ever wondered what the embodiment of pain is, I'll tell you. I do believe that this is going to be the last pass for tonight, so I'm going to go home, I'm going to go get a good night's sleep, and I'll try and be back here 7:30 tomorrow morning. Well, that's new. I haven't seen that code yet, but it goes away. It's like, is it broken or is it not? I think we're going to change the reading here for this, because the outside air temperature reading is junk on this anyway. So we're going to go to fuel and oil pressure. We're going to change it to that. So I'm not actually sure what it's supposed to be running at, but the machine says that 30 PSI or whatever it's been running at is too low. Make of that what you will. We're not chisel plowing today. There's something wrong here. It's related to all the oil that's all over the side of the machine. This is not good. Not good at all. Oh, no. We determined what the problem is. I'll show you guys once we get back. But basically, a gasket blew, and it was spewing oil out the side of the machine the whole night, because it happened immediately as I quit last night. It started throwing that code. Sorry, my hair's a little wild. But I'm going to go to Side and Stricker and get the filter and the gasket to try and fix this. And I'm going to go by home, get a filter wrench, get a couple gallons of oil. Here we are, Side and Stricker Nobi Partners, Palmyra location. I'm going to go inside and see if these fellows can get me hooked up with a filter and a gasket, because I would really like to get this chisel plowing done today, because it's allegedly supposed to snow this afternoon. Let's see if we can get this thing back running. I am no mechanic by any means, especially not a diesel tech, but I can tell you that filter is not supposed to be hand tight, and it was. We got much better oil pressure than we did yesterday, which would be because there was like 4 gallons of oil missing from the engine, and got a new filter on, and we're gonna let it percolate here, and I'm gonna attempt to clean my windshield because it's kind of nasty. Dad's packing it up and heading back to where he parked his truck at. He says it's getting kind of for tillage, at least over there. I'm gonna keep running until I'm like above 10% slip the whole round, then I will quit. We actually have to quit because the rolling baskets are having some serious issues. I'll show you what's wrong with the rolling baskets once I get myself parked and we get this thing turned off. I believe we have the oil thing under control now, but we have another problem. Back here on the rolling baskets, there's these bolts that are supposed to hold the basket onto the implement, and since the gumbo down here is starting to freeze up like that, the bolts are going missing. It's just pulling them out. Gosh, that could have been very, very bad. And you see this side, you see how the bar comes out a little bit? On this side, this thing has walked itself over about a ½ inch, and that could have been bad. Yeah, it's slightly snowy outside. I would still be running if it wasn't for those silly rolling baskets. I might just, kind of take those off the tractor, or off of the chisel anyway. So I tried something new. So when the rolling baskets are the problem, you take the rolling baskets off and you park them next to the old Quonset. That's a pretty solid solution, I thought. There they are. I am going to attempt to finish the ground that I'm trying to chisel plow. I've got about 45 acres left. It's 19 passes. Each of the passes is over 3,000 feet though, so it'll take me a little while. Honestly, this is running a lot better than I thought it would right now. It's not doing nearly as good of a job of mashing things down without those baskets, but at least I'm able to run. I just started my last pass here across the field, as you can see, And I don't know how much longer this is gonna last because I'm starting to get some raindrops on my windshield. It's not wet enough to where my fuel tank is covered with water, but it's still going to eventually shut me down. I am going to attempt to finish my end rows here on this field, and then I am for sure gonna pack it up and go on home. I'm glad that I stuck it out here for the 20 minutes or so that it was kind of raining-ish, because now conditions are way better. There's no more rain coming, and I'm about done with my end rows, and I'm gonna chalk this one up as a victory. I'm glad that's done. I'm gonna fold up and I'm gonna head for the Quonset, which is it's right over there-ish. You can see it. It's right there. Again, there's our rolling baskets, which I had to ditch. Sorry that the video here at night's a little grainy. That's just the nature of an iPhone. Parked. Yeah, the old Quonset's not very big. Okay, let's shut her down. I'm tired.